Okay, now I'm going to walk you through how to do Lab 1. So far, 2 videos have shown you how to use the app stream and the basics of an SPSS file. So for Lab 1, you'll click on Lab 1 Introduction to SPSS. You will then want to download the SPSS data file. Now, I showed you how to do that and how to get it into AppStream on the first video I made on how to use the AppStream. Okay, here I'm just going to assume you know that, and I'm going to use the AppStream to show you how to do the exercises you must do here, which is to open a save file. Well, I've showed you how to do that. Kind of familiarizing yourself with SPSS was in the first video. Okay, and then we're going to compute a variable in this one, and then use SPSS to summarize a large data set in the next one. Okay, so here we're going to start with how to compute a variable. So let's go look at the app stream. Okay, for the purposes of this example, I've made a variable x with 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you look at Lab 1 Introduction, you'll notice that we need to get the sum of x and the sum of x squared. To get the sum of x squared, we have to compute x squared. So that's what we're going to do here. To compute x squared with SPSS, select Transform, Compute Variable. Give your variable a name. I'm going to choose x underscore SQ for x squared. You may not use spaces for variable names in SPSS because then SPSS will believe they are 2 variables. You also may not begin a variable with a number because then SPSS would believe it will be, for example, 3 times x or 2 times x if you put 2x. So it has to be started with a letter and have no spaces. To make x squared, which is just x times x, you may double click your variable to put it over here. Just click on the asterisk, which means times, and then put your variable in there again, x times x. You may also use your keyboard and type x asterisk x. Either is fine. They both work. Then you can hit OK. Then you can come over here and notice how SPSS has computed x squared. 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, and so forth. Notice that the default is 2 decimal places, and it looks like it's defaulted to a nominal variable. So if we want to change that, we can go to variable view. We may either double click here, or we can switch back and forth by clicking at the bottom. All right, so if we want to get rid of the decimal points, if they're all whole numbers, we can just set those to 0. Now, this is not a nominal variable, it's a scale variable, so we can set it to scale. Okay, all right, we've now created x squared based on variable x.